All right now, secured entrepreneurs, in this video, Miss Aurorah is going to answer your questions that you were emailing about a US dollar collapse. And how is it that you're going to shield your wealth, shield your money? What should you be doing to be prepared for a US dollar collapse? First, I want to thank you for emailing. Please continue to do so at info@aurorahdayconsulting.com. I'm going to tell you some of the things that you need to be doing right now, like right now, in the event that there is a decline or a devaluation of the US dollar. Okay, let's get into it. For those of you who do not know who I am Miss Aurorah Dey, and this is the Secured Entrepreneur Movement. All right now, secured entrepreneurs, if you have not already, you need to start investing in foreign currencies. If in fact your concern is that there will be some form of a devaluation of the US dollar or a flat out collapse, and you're saying, you know, what are we going to do for currency? I mean, in your emails, you're saying, oh, they're going to take the paper currency and we're going to have this digital thing, and how solid is that going to be? What are your thoughts, Miss Aurorah? Okay, I'm saying it is time to start investing in currencies from a country that has proven to have a strong economy, a strong currency, stable economy, stable currency. Okay. And right now, a favorite happens to be the Swiss franc. The Swiss are known to have a very developed banking system and a very strong economy. So the Swiss franc is a favorite. So that's one that I would say, please take a look at, and you might want to start investing. Now, we also like the Japanese yen, even though, you know, the Japanese have had, you know, some issues. There are some issues there, but the Japanese yen happens to be a favorite after that Swiss franc. And then I'm going to name a third one because this is one that I like, and that is the Swedish krona. Okay, so secured entrepreneurs, that's the first thing that I'm going to tell you that you may want to get into, and that is investing in foreign currencies. The second thing that Miss Aurorah would suggest is that you begin to diversify geographically. All right, if you're truly concerned that something's going on in the United States, that means that you're going to have to begin to invest internationally. You're going to have to begin to invest in international stocks, bonds, other tangible assets like real estate, to diversify your risk across economies. Okay, that's going to be a hedge against a devaluing US dollar. The third thing that Miss Aurorah would suggest is that you begin to hold on to your hard assets, begin to invest in some hard assets. Okay, and we're talking real estate. We're talking, you know what's big now? Everybody that we see are talking about farmland and how they have a farm and they're growing food and things of this nature. These are things that are going to be essential if in fact there is a devaluation of the US currency. Artwork, and you know that Miss Aurorah talks a lot about artwork and assets like that you can leverage and that you can borrow against in a time when you actually need cash money, or you need to make a quick investment that's going to bring you more cash money. Okay, so invest in hard assets. Whatever it is that you have, whatever you can afford at this time, you're going to have to get in on some hard, tangible assets if you plan on creating a hedge in the event that there is a US dollar devaluation. And all of the secured entrepreneurs know I'm going to say, begin to invest in precious metals. Please, please, I cannot stress this enough. You need to have your gold and silver, your gold and silver coins, your gold and silver bullion. We know that historically, both gold and silver have been a store of value in times of currency instability. All right. You need to have it. So if you don't feel like you can store them in your place of residence, if you don't want to do that, you can have Brinks come and pick those things up and store them at the safety deposit box at your financial institution. And of course, there are storage places for gold and silver. I personally don't prefer that, but you might. Okay. I would consider it. Also, most of the secured entrepreneurs know that I'm into gold-backed ETFs, exchange traded funds, and I will begin to look at those things if that's an interest for you. However, we're talking about a decline, a collapse, or a devaluation of the U.S. currency. So we're looking outside of the things that have value other than U.S. currency. So just start really thinking about what it is you can invest in that's going to hold value. I was having a conversation with somebody in my mastermind, and this gentleman was saying, oh, I'm storing up on sea salt. What did he say? He said sea salt, vodka. He was naming all these natural things that you would have at home, whether to drink or to cook with or bathe in, right? He said, these things are going to go back to being currency. All right. People need salt. He started naming all the reasons why people needed salt. He started naming all the things that you could do with vodka and there was some other alcohol that he named. I can't remember, but some secured entrepreneur put it in the comments because I know that we all know, right? But people are thinking like this, that they're going to store up on these things that will become a commodity that were once commodities, very valuable to people who were in need, okay, to make remedies for things, right? Okay, so we have that on the table. But the last thing that I'm going to discuss and suggest, of course, would be cryptocurrency. Now, the reason why it's last is because it is so volatile. And many of the secured entrepreneurs know that Ms. Aurorah has been down with Bitcoin since the very beginning. I mean, when it did not have any value, what do you call it? Making it on the computer, got the little kit back in the day, and we were doing it on the CPU and things like that. And then next thing you know, oh, it has a value. And, you know, all these things are now stored up. Okay, they're stored up because the whole thing just became so complicated. But also, you have to stay away from the scams, because there's too many people who have been scammed with cryptocurrency. However, the reason why I would say begin to study it is because it is decentralized. All right. I wouldn't put all my eggs in that basket. Okay. Today, I am not buying any new cryptocurrency. I'm not investing in any more Bitcoin. I'm not, I'm even, people keep talking to me about XRP. People keep talking to me about XRP, but I need to do a little bit more research about XRP. I feel good about the Bitcoin that I am currently holding, and it's doing well. And people believe that we're going to have a $100,000 coin. At the moment that Miss Aurorah sees there is a $100,000 coin, I may magically disappear. Like, I may just magically poof. You know what I'm saying? Like, it would be so unbelievable, like OM to the G. But there's a whole group of people that I have this discussion with, and we're all like, oh, it looks like it's going that way. Even if it's there for like 15 minutes, it's like, it's going to be a mad dash to the exchange. Okay. So that's what Ms. Aurorah wants to share in this video, to answer the questions for all of you who are emailing, very concerned about this. I would say that these are the things that you need to begin to consider, especially the diversification geographically. You have to start making small fires, you know, internationally across the world. What is it that you can invest in? Can you go to another country and start a laundromat? Hello. You know what I'm saying? You know, just start thinking, what is it that you can do? And you know me, one of the easiest things that you can do is start a travel business, a travel company in another country where it's like a tour company, right? You buy the van, you get the brochures out there, you hire somebody and they're going to drive people all around to see the sights and all that stuff. Like, start thinking, because it's not hard. It's very easy. Okay. And understand how easy it is to accumulate wealth. It will surprise you when you get into action. Okay. But I don't need to tell the secured entrepreneurs any of that, right? Sole Proprietor, the CEO. All right. Now, so for those of you, if you have not viewed the Mastering Tax-Free Wealth, go down in the description box, hit the link, watch that training, get into action. You know, you can get on Miss Aurorah's calendar. Okay. Trust basics. You already know you're going now. Your trust entities are going to be vital if there ever is a devaluation of the U.S. currency. Trust that. So get into the links below and get the Trust Basics course. All right. So until next time, you already know you can find me, Miss Aurorah Dey, at AurorahDayConsulting.com. Now, until next time, ta-ta.